let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, the Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Mostert, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
Their own 23-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run it here. This is Mark Walton. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Back deep, Travis Benjamin. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
At their
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 44, Garoppolo, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Garoppolo now, and he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down.
13 yards.
George Kittle is easily one of the elite tight ends in the NFL. Back-to-back seasons of 88 and 85 catches. We just saw another one right there. Anytime he lines up on the field, you better treat him as a primary receiver and make sure you have a second guy in the vicinity to try and cover him.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Raheem Mostert.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. First and goal from just inside the 5. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
They'll run with Mostert. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers.
San Francisco.
Raheem Mostert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Giants nothing. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Richard Sherman.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Jones. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
He'll take over first.
He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back?
What?
That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Taken down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Garoppolo. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Here's Mostert. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Brought down at the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. One more time with Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
San Francisco.
Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Giants nothing. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
2-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Jones. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 1st down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Giants, nothing.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jones. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Hardman. That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down. It's Walton, and he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
There's nothing left. I know right to the bed until we all got them buckets. Yeah, them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On second down, it's Coleman. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
First down, 49ers.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Push him back. Push him back. Hey, watch that. Check right.
They'll run on first down. Walton. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Walton's the ball carrier.
A gain of 3, second down.
On the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now the dump off here complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
The 26-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Nicole Hardman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game.
For the extra point.
And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Niners 14, Giants 7.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive?
Now Garoppolo lost the football, but an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense, sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
A throw over the middle taken in. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards.
21 yards.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the counter, here's Coleman. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss.
And that's what I like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo looking deep for Gabriel. And this one is incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And that'll make it 3rd down.
But the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards the pickup there.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At their 40.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Right there, 54.
From the gun, Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
54 is much.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts
2 yards.
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin him back at their 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin him back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Grant Haley in on the stop.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
On the play.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. The Patriots, they're out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Right there.
Jones on first down. Catch made by Slayton. And out of bounds right around the 20. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a second down.
At the 20-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton as the first half is winding down. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Catanzaro now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will make it into the end zone.
Travis Benjamin on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
He was covered by Xavier.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo looking deep for Gabriel. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing Jones. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. It was DJ Jones who was there for the tackle.
43-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Jones, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He continues to deliver a 1st down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. On 1st down, it's Walton. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Jones to throw on 2nd down. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants have taken the lead. Point after now from Catanzaro.
For the extra point.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Giants 21, 49ers 14.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
And it's third down. Here we go.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Taken down.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
On the play. First down, 49ers.
Minus 50, minus 50. Let's go, baby. Return it. Get that ball. Get that ball.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 43 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And we are tied at 21.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Here's Mecole Hardman. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Giants take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter, one for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Draw play. Here's Walton. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Tackle made.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Dre Greenlaw on the...
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards, the final tally. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Second and 1 from the 2. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, no, he lost the football.
2nd down.
Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it. Field goal time.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Mecole Hardman there to make the grab. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, Reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Bosher is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Second time, defense, let's go. 950, 950. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
San Francisco.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
The ball carrier.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo gets this one to Juszczyk. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39. 12 yards there and a first down.
And the 49.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Mostert, toss left side. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Well, no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain.
Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. Like we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
An 8-yard pickup.
First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Coleman, the ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
26.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Finding Gabriel complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They hand it off to Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That will tie the game, 28-all. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
On 1st down, it's Walton. That one good for 10 yards.
Walton.
And it'll be 2nd and very short. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
That's good.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run with Walton. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The ball on the 8 still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7. They go back to Walton. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd. Timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Jones to throw on 3rd down. Well, that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute.
I don't know how many many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28.
Makes the score Giants 35, 49ers 28. Matt Bosher is set to
now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started. The New York offense at the line. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense... And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Today's final score.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Giants, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Niners, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
That's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons.